Yeah, Harlem and Wolf. Harlem Globetrotters, basically trotting around the globe. Red coats, gray coats, and basically what's it called? Anyway, when Papa, the guy who you can see him out there, he's like, do the lizard, to these kids. And what the lizard is, where you squat and you shit on a tray, and it's after you've eaten lots of what's called. Anyway, he tries to make it a thing. Basically, he tries to get real popular, you might say. Anyway, eventually he meets me for some strange reason, and I hate it. He talks to me, and he's like, "You better watch out. Those black men, they're real smart too. You better watch out. They're gonna come after you." Or sorry at that. Or white people. I don't know. He is just like, oh my god. Ah. Anyway, though, so he sees my name, Lucifer Star, on the side of a ship, right? On the side of the Titanic. In the old days, the names of people used to be printed on the sides of the ship. You know, like if your name was like Carter, you'd have Carter printed on the side of your ship or painted on the side of your ship in big letters. So on the side of the Titanic, in big letters, is Lucifer Star. My name. Anyway, I pay Irishmen and Germans and what's it called, and all kinds of people lots of money. I also named America, bought America, own America, own most of the world. So this guy Papa, he steals my silver. I have a cane. I have a silver cane and gold cane where you have a real silver bottom and little top and canes. Anyway, this guy named Papa, he goes in there and he starts sharpening up the tips of it so he can jab people. And he gives it to all his people, little canes, so he can jab people with them, even jab them in the heart and kill them. And he thinks he's real tough. He's like, "Yeah, I'll jab you in the heart with my cane and kill you right from here." Anyway, he does it to a couple people. And he also he also pulls down his pants and he'll make a person sit there on the ground and he'll go, "Oh, hold his mouth open," and I like shit in their mouth. And like I say, they do a lot of other things like unzipping their fly and pissing it and what's called because he thinks he's so rich and so powerful. Anyway, though, so he starts this big town of all black people, and has hostages and slaves underground, and he threatens to blow the mine if anybody attacks them. All that. He has everybody chained to the floor and all that. Anyway, so around 1800 or so, or 1900, somewhere around there. Anyway, so some of his guys go in for some gold teeth. They want to get some gold teeth. They've seen it, they've heard about it, and now they want some gold teeth. So when my people find out about it, they grab them. They hold them down. Hold down, Johnny. We told him different. They hold them down. And actually Tommy, I think is, or Timmy, no, something like Frank, I don't know, one of the Irish people, they're like, hold him down! And like they hold him down because, and I don't think it's black people to do this. Yeah, so they go in for some gold teeth and they don't have the gold, of course. And so they ask for, just to get on my account, or my uncle's account. His name is Lucifer, with a C, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, just give me some. Yeah, and you can go and the dentists and stuff. They'll make up the teeth and everything. So anyway, so I'm like, yeah, why don't you go ahead and give them 2 pounds of it or a pound of it? Yeah, go ahead, give them all they want. And so because I got Fort Knox and everything. So they're like, these are those guys that have been going around killing people, raping people. They're wearing the red pants and everything. Like, pour it in their mouth. So, my guys, and they come over with the gold. And because they find out these are the guys from that town. You know, the town where they make you drink your piss and you eat their shit. They're from there. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and give it to them? Give them a whole pound. Pure gold. Just pour it down the throat. There's 4 of them. Go ahead. Well, that's 4 pounds. I was like, a pound for yourself. But don't pour it in your mouth. I'm like, a pound for yourself or something like that. I'm like, I just gave him I gave away like 6 pounds that day of gold. I'm like, okay, sir, we'll do. So they pour it right down the throat. And, you know, I mean, he's like, I can't say I didn't get a little bit of satisfaction from doing that, sir. Yeah, I know you did. It's okay. So anyway, yeah, they're the red pants or the red coats or whatever, the Red Army, basically. They say they're red because, you know, their, you know, middle section's always red from the blood of you know, having sex with women. Because they have this, you know, someone's always on a period and stuff and all that. Anyway, I guess they can't tell if they have blood on them or not because they're black. I don't know. I don't know why I get into that. You know, but yeah. Anyway, so skulls with some gold all up. You know, it kind of goes down. And actually later on, I was like, well, why don't we take out the gold? Can we get a dipped skull in gold? Because I mean, these people really meant a lot to me. those guys. Yeah. If you see a skull with like some gold that kind of dripped on the teeth, and kind of went in and then kind of goes down the esophagus to about here or so. Those are those guys basically. They were Papa's boys, and the Bloods and the Crips. So if you ever want to feel, if you feel a little nostalgic and you want to know where your ancestry is, you can know where those people are. Those are two high level Blood and Crip members that they got gold poured down their mouth and throat. Like I said, they're raping and torturing people and beating them and whipping them. So they walked into a dentist office one day to get gold teeth put in, and they used my account. He said, "Yeah, put it on my uncle's account, Lucifer." Yeah, Lucifer. Yeah. Lucifer. Real smart black people. Yeah. Using the name of a creator of 800 galaxies, trying to get to my gold. Like, well, I didn't really care about the gold so much, but and they were even joking about it. They're like, hey, they're gonna give us a whole pound of gold each, because it's like, okay, well, we're gonna give you 4 pounds of gold, and they thought they'd just come up. They had to kill the 2 outside, of course. But anyway, so. Yeah, if you want to know where war started and blood feud started, it started right there. You know, they're making people drink their piss and eat their shit, and you know, and then they tried to access my account, and it got directed to me, and I was like, yeah, sure, 4 pounds down their throat. It's the way they would have done it. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what happened. If you ever find those skulls with blood with gold, yeah, it's kind of like. Oh, they tried to dribble it on the teeth to get the teeth outline. They kind of like held it back and they kind of went down the throat and everything else like that, and kind of like trying to get it molded just right. That's what happens when you use Lucifer's account. I misspell his name. Anyway, but yeah. So anyway, they checked it out. They asked a girl down the street or something, and they're like, yeah, they're rapists and killers, and those are those guys that were doing that. So the red coats and whatever, and liars. Bloods and Crips now is what they are, but anyway, I guess they regrouped. But anyway, yeah, those are those guys. I'm pretty sure anyway. So anyway, but yeah. Yeah, they said, too bad we can't tell anyone, so we're going to let you do it. So I think they might have put them on display, and of course, you know, they wanted to find out who it was, but it wasn't, you know, the dentist left town. They said, the dentist is already packing up to leave town. He's going to go somewhere else. So they left. I was like, yeah, take a pound for yourself as traveling money, or just clean out the whole bank, because they're going to rob the whole place. So I think they actually moved the gold and everything and just took it off and took it out of there because they knew what was coming after that, because I had just taken out the high-level Crip and the high-level Bloods that were using my account to pick up some stuff. Get some gold teeth and stuff. Yeah, it was me. Sorry, guys. You know, if you ever want to know why they hate me, that's why. So, oh well. You know, hey, they're bad people in life, and they're bad people, but at least in death, they were a little bit more artistic. Oh, the jokes. I'm sorry.